Okay. Hey, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be looking at some missing we're going to be looking at some indigenous North Americans. Some are missing, some were murdered, and the FBI is looking for information. And so we have about 12 cases that we're going to go through. I don't have a whole lot of information about any of them. I can, but I will have the link in the description to where you can go and look up these cases for yourself. I really want to kind of get these faces out there, get these names out there, just bring a little bit of awareness. And then maybe later in the week, we'll go case by case and we'll see what we can find on each case. I did look up like one or two of them, but I really couldn't find much on it. So um, I'm kind of guessing since the FBI needs information, that's probably what I'm going to find with all of them. But we're gonna follow through on this just because um, it really is really important. There are like over 5,700 missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls alone, not even counting the men and boys. So I really feel like this is a topic that kind of falls in my realm of topics that I like to cover. So here we go. Let's get this page up. See, I can't walk and chew bubblegum and talk at the same time because if I could, then um, I would have had this page up while I was talking. Ha! Okay, add it to the stream. So this page here is on the FBI.gov page. It's fbi.gov/wanted/Indian country. And I believe they put it in that category just because it's information wanted. These people aren't actually wanted. So the first one up is Herbert Whitehorse. Let's look at his poster. Matter of fact, let's make this full screen. So I don't know how to close it out. There we go. Okay, this is Herbert Whitehorse. Let's get a good look at him. He is a homicide victim from Shiprock, New Mexico, May 3rd, 2008. This photo is from 2015. Now, his date of birth is March 18th, 1951. Black hair, height was 5'6", a male, and his nationality, it doesn't say which tribe or which nation. Native American. He was born in Colorado, has brown eyes, weighed about 130 pounds, race is Native American. The FBI is offering a reward up to $5,000 for information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the individual or individuals responsible for the homicide of Herbert Whitehorse. On May 3rd, 2018, the body of Herbert Whitehorse was found in an arroyo in Shiprock, New Mexico, located on the Navajo Nation Indian Reservation. An autopsy determined that Whitehorse died from blunt force trauma to his head. He possibly was last seen alive on or about April 15th, 2018 in the Shiprock area. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or nearest American embassy or consulate. And the field office is the Albuquerque field office. Again, let's get another good look at him just in case anybody out there recognizes him, especially anyone in Colorado where he was born and I'm assuming spent at least part of his life, or Shiprock, New Mexico, where he was ultimately found deceased from blunt force trauma to the head. Everyone deserves justice. So if he looks familiar to you, if you remember anything about him, seeing him, coming into contact with him, please, 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 especially in the Shiprock area where he was found, contact the FBI, because the little thing that you remember that you might think, oh, that's not important, may be the key to solving his whole case. So no information is too great or too small when it comes to cases like this. And next we have Jacob Jeffrey Hunter. And the FBI is seeking information in his case. So let's take a look at his poster. And I'm sure you guys can hear the girls in the background. Jeffrey Jacob Hunter is a murder victim. Red Lake, Minnesota, assuming that is where the murder either took place or where he was found, October 7th, 2020. Let's kind of zoom this picture in a little, get a good look at his face. So if you read, oh, you know what? Let me switch over to where you're actually looking at him. Okay, so let's get this poster up. I'm not doing something right here today. I'm just not sure what it is. I'll do it this way. Okay, let's get a good look at him. I think I solved the problem. This is Jeffrey Jacob Hunter. All right, and his poster information. The FBI is offering a reward up to $5,000 for independently verifiable information that leads to the arrest and conviction of those responsible for the murder of Jacob Hunter. The Federal Bureau of Investigations in Minneapolis field office is seeking information on the murder of Jacob Hunter. Hunter was murdered on October 7th, 2020 at approximately 11:30 p.m. in the East Bartons area of Red Lake, Mississippi. Minnesota, Mississippi. Are you seriously? If you have any information concerning this case, please contact the FBI Minneapolis field office at 763-569-8000. You may also contact your local FBI office, and the field office is Minneapolis. Again, let's get a real good look at him. So if you recall seeing him in or near the Red Lake, Minneapolis area in October 2020 or anytime in 2020, please contact your local authorities or actually contact the FBI because they are in charge of this case. He needs justice. And if you remember his face, he looks like he's full of personality. So he was probably a person that you couldn't forget if you met him. Hey, Kai Mojo. I don't remember seeing you before. Welcome to the channel. So let's close that one out and go back. Now this one is a little different. It's kidnappings and missing persons. Ashley Loring Heavy Runner. Let's get her picture a little bigger so we can see her. It's a Marcia. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So this is Ashley. Make sure Loring Heavy Runner. And let's take a look at her poster. And y'all aren't getting any kind of echo or anything, right? Because I didn't share the audio because there's no audio, so I was hoping that would keep it from like echoing or having any type of sound issues. So here are some more pictures of Ashley Heavy Runner, dating back to, let's see, 2011 here in the pink top, 2015 in the graduation cap, and 2016 on the other two. So she was born November 23rd, 1996 in Browning, Montana. She has dark hair. She's about 5'2", 90 pounds, a female. Native American is her race. Her nationality is American. Ashley Laurie Heavy Runner was last seen the week of June 13th, 2017 in Browning, Montana, on the Blackfeet Indian Reservation. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact the FBI's Salt Lake City office at 801-579-1400 or the Blackfeet Law Enforcement Services at 406-338-4000. You may also contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate, or you can submit a tip online to tips.fbi.gov. Yeah, let's take a look at that again. 2017. Yeah, June of 2017. Last seen the week of June 13th, 2017 in Browning, Montana. Okay, so let me zoom in on a couple of these pictures a little more because I think this is a better picture of her face than the original picture. You can see her more clearly. So she was pretty young, 1996. I got a 1996 kid. So this is probably her high school graduation. Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. Thank you. Um, but yeah, this is probably her high school graduation picture right here. And just imagine, I mean, 2 years later, she's missing. Right. So let's check out our next poster. Lee Michael Pahe. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Lee Michael Pahe, homicide victim, Nashidi, New Mexico, July 26, 2021. Oh, these are a lot of homicide victims. I was really thinking of most of them were going to end up being like missing. Okay, so let's get a good look at him. Looks like he has some scarring across the top of his lip there. Or maybe yeah, that's some kind of scarring because his lip is like shaped weird right in here. So if you've ever seen him, that might be something that sticks out to you. He has that La Vida Loca tattoo here by his left eye, and I can't tell what this is. This bottom part looks like a P, but it could be some type of symbol. This is as big as I can blow it up. But Lee Michael Pahe is a homicide victim from Nashidi, New Mexico, July 26th, 2021. His date of birth is October 19th, 1990. So he's actually fairly young too. Like he would be 32 right now. Or 31, turning 32 this year. Um, Black hair, brown eyes, 5'5", 160 pounds, and he's Native American. The FBI is offering a reward up to $5,000 for information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the individual or individuals responsible for the homicide of Lee Michael Pahe on July 26, 2021, at approximately 12:52 p.m. Lee Michael Pahe was found deceased on the ground next to a water pump in Nashidi, New Mexico, on the Navajo Nation. The cause of death was a gunshot wound. Authorities were told that Pahe was last seen leaving a residence in Navajo, New Mexico at 2 a.m. on the day his body was discovered. Pahe was resident of Fort Defiance, Arizona. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. And the field office is going to be Albuquerque. Hey, Jukebox, welcome to the chat. I'm I'm good. You appreciate this. I'm glad I could do something that makes somebody smile. Hard to make people smile in this particular genre. But yeah, this is Lee Michael Pahe. And again, one thing that might stand out, it seems that his lip on the left side has some type of deformity. I'm looking like really close. I don't know if you guys can see it as well as I can, but it almost looks like stair steps. It kind of goes like that, down, out, down, out. So some type of scarring or something. All right, Lee Michael Pahe, if you remember seeing him, or you can think, I am feeling much better. As a matter of fact, I'm feeling more like myself. My vision had kind of messed up a little bit when my sugar went that high, but it's back to normal now. I can see right out of my glasses. I was actually kind of scared, a little worried about that because I was like, oh my God, I hope my vision isn't, permanently messed up from this. But I guess it was just a temporary effect of my blood sugar having been so high, probably for several days in a row. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot better. Right back at it. So if you remember seeing Lee Michael Pahe anywhere around Nashidi, New Mexico, if you recall encountering him, maybe you remember people he used to hang out with, places he used to be, that might help. That might help. The FBI to solve his case and get justice for him, please make sure that you call, reach out, or you can even go anonymous if you use the tips.fbi.gov. He deserves his justice, and he deserves for his family to have closure, to know what happened to him, who did it, and what the circumstances were. So that is Lee Michael Pahe. And please always remember that no tip is too small. No tip is too small. I mean, you might think the fact that you saw a person wearing a certain jacket really doesn't mean anything. But that jacket could solve the case. It could be a unique jacket that they were wearing, and whoever did something to them decided to keep it for their own. So you never know. Just little things that stood out to you. If it stood out to you, it stood out to you for a reason. So if you come across, remember, know any of the people that you see in these missing posters and Amber Alerts and different things like that, please always reach out to law enforcement, because no tip is too small or too big. It might just be the keystone to bring the whole case to a closure. And this is Mona Renee Balo, or Bayo if it's Hispanic. Sometimes I have a hard time uh, remembering to say names right. So Mona Renee Bayo, she is a deceased individual found March 9th, 2022 in Laguna Pueblo, New Mexico. She looks like a very cheerful person, little smile on her face. So this is where Mona Renee Bayo, uh, alias Mona Renee Jackson. She was born July 24th, 1965. She has black hair, brown eyes, stands 5'2", 140 pounds, a female, and she is Native American. There's a $5,000 reward from the FBI for any information that leads to a conviction. On March 9th, 2022, passersby discovered the body of Mona Renee Valle on the U.S. Route 66 New Mexico Highway 124, mile marker 20 in Laguna Pueblo, New Mexico. Her injuries were consistent with a hit and run crash. She may have been struck at approximately 7 p.m. Oh my God. Valle was a member of the Confederate tribes and bands of the Yakama Nation and a resident of Acoma, New Mexico. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or nearest American embassy or consulate. And the field office is Albuquerque. And this is so horrible that someone could hit a person walking down the street and just leave them there to die, just leave them there to suffer, not even to check on them, see if they're okay, call an ambulance and send it back. Could have lied and said, I saw somebody hit somebody, and keep going. You know, anything, who God only knows how long she laid out there and suffered. So that's just horrible. This is a case that really deserves justice. So if you have any information at all, if you were in that area, again, I'm going to give the description that they gave. U.S. Route 66, New Mexico Highway 124, mile marker 20 in Laguna Pueblo, New Mexico. If you were in or around that area at about 7 p.m. on March 9th of this year, please, please, please try to recall any details. If you saw a car, an SUV, or anything, someone speeding, that just kind of made you think twice, or anything that might help. Did you see a car on the highway with damage to the front end? Most likely to the passenger side, because if it was hit and run while she was walking, she was probably walking down the side of the road. Um, Anything that you can recall, if you were in that area, please reach out to the FBI and give them that information. You know, you could also remain anonymous with this with tips.fbi.gov. She really deserves justice, because that is just such an inhumane act, to hit someone and leave them to suffer and die, not even send help for them. Mona Renee Bayo, also known as Mona Renee Jackson. Oh, wait, wait, wait. I just went too far back. Not that one. Not that one. Wait a minute. Where's that? I done lost myself, y'all. Okay, no problem. I know how to get back to it, though. Here we go. Next, we have William Robert Nelson Jr., and this is a seeking information. Another thing, too, if you speak Navajo, some of these posters have been translated into the Navajo language. You can see that on the download portion, it has both the English and the Navajo poster available. So some of these have been translated. Oh, I hear my bubby crying. She's probably gonna go to her mom. Her mom's off today, so all right. William Robert Nelson Jr., a homicide victim, Iambito, New Mexico, May 21st, 2014. Let's get a good look at him. Nice smile on his face. He looks very cheerful. I see like three or four dimples here in his chin. Just something that might stand out to you. If you're like me, I look at little things in people's faces that are kind of unique to them. His date of birth is May 24th, 1966. He has black hair, brown eyes, standing 5'10", 236 pounds, a male, Native American. Scars and marks. Nelson has tattoos on his right arm and forearm. I wish they had a picture of the tattoos. That would really, really be awesome, to help people remember if they've seen him. And the FBI has a $5,000 reward also in this case for information that leads to identification, arrest, and conviction. On August 27, 2015, partial skeletal remains, later identified as William Robert Nelson Jr., were found along a trail near Iambito, New Mexico. Nelson's family had reported him missing in May of 2014. Blood and blood spatter were found in Nelson's bedroom in Iambito on the Navajo Nation. The cause of death is undetermined but considered suspicious. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate, and the field office is Albuquerque. Again, this is William Robert Nelson Jr. So there was suspicious evidence in his room where he lived, with blood spatter being there, and then he was found along a trail. So if you can think of anything, if you remember him, if you know him, people that he hung with, places that he hung out, please contact the FBI. Um, or you can be anonymous at tips.fbi.gov. He deserves justice, um, and his family deserves closure. Let's go back a little bit. Roger Johnson. Let's get this poster up. Roger Johnson is a homicide victim. Isleta Pueblo, New Mexico, February 27th, 2018. Hey, my baby. Here comes my co host. Can you? Here you go. Hold your hand out. Right there. She needs some lotion. She's itchy. There you go. Does that feel better? There you go. You're so soft. I just love your skin. You're so soft. I love you. I love you too. Okay, so Roger Johnson. There's nothing in here, baby. It's empty. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's Albuquerque field office is offering a reward up to $2,500 for information leading to the arrest, conviction. I sure will. Um, arrest, conviction, and arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for the homicide of Roger Johnson. On February 27th, 2018, Roger Johnson was found deceased in the backseat of his white Hyundai Sonata located in a pasture off Tribal Road 12 in Isleta Pueblo, New Mexico. He has been reported missing. He had been reported missing the previous day. The cause of death was stab wounds. Oh my God, that's such a horrible way to die. Johnson was a resident of Yataje, New Mexico. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. Sorry about that. The field office is Albuquerque. And again, this is Roger Johnson. He was found in his white Hyundai Sonata. So if you know him, if the car sounds familiar to you, any information, big or small, please contact the FBI so that Mr. Johnson's family can get closure and he can have justice in his case. Next is Rosalie Ann Romero. And you're right, Jukebox. Unfortunately, the indigenous people don't get as much press. So any spreading of the word for them makes me incredibly happy as I am indigenous myself. I would have to say that indigenous people get even less of the media attention than like blacks and Hispanics, honestly. I cannot recall the last time that I saw the news making a big deal of or even mentioning a native case, an indigenous case. So, geez, I remember once that my sister, my one of my younger sisters, we thought she had gone missing, and the police were just like, yeah, whatever, you know. I actually myself contacted the local news media because I was trying to get them to at least show her picture and say that she's missing, and if you see her or whatever. And they were like, "Oh, we only show cases that the police ask us to." I'm like, "What? Are you serious?" So yeah, um, it just really doesn't balance out um, as far as media coverage on the melanateds part of society, which really sucks. Because I am part of the melanated part of society. What if I went missing? Like, are they going to look for me? So this is Rosalie Ann Romero. She is a homicide victim in Parker, Arizona, August 19th, 2022. All right, we've got a picture here. She's got on a baseball cap. You can't really see her face all that good, but she has on a little makeup in that picture. Here's a very good clear shot of her face. Um, so if you recognize her, yeah, you're right, Kai Mojo. We can change that as long as we get on here and Facebook, TikTok, wherever, and spread these names and faces. Even if the mainstream media is not picking it up, we'll at least get that information out there. And then you never know, because it was small channels like me and Sleuth Mom and a couple of others, Casey Hudson, that got the mainstream media to even start looking at Ariel Seller's case, to give it any attention. And that's it works that way. So as long as we all dedicate ourselves to getting on here and to covering these cases that are, as Sleuthmon calls them, the cases in the shadows, we can pull them out of the shadow and into the light so people can be aware. Um, Now this photo was taken in July of 2020, so like probably less than a month before she passed. So this is a very current, very up to date picture. If you recognize her, her alias is Rosie Romero. She was born August 14th, 1974, in Arizona. She has brown hair, brown eyes, 5'6", 195 pounds, female, Native American. There is a $10,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for the murder of Rosalie, aka Rosie Ann Romero. On August 19th, 2020, Rosalie Ann Romero was found deceased in the area of South California Avenue and West 6th Street in Parker, Arizona, on the Colorado River Indian Tribes Reservation. Prior to the discovery, Romero was last seen on August 5th in the vicinity of California Avenue and oh, excuse me, I forgot to pull one of these headphones off. Every time I have like both of them on my ears, I start yawning a lot. Um, I guess inner ear pressure. Prior to the discovery, Romero was last seen on August 5th, 2020, in the vicinity of California Avenue and West Riverside Drive in Parker, Arizona. The case is being investigated as a homicide by the FBI, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and the Colorado River Indian Tribes Police Department. Anyone with information concerning Rosalie Ann Romero is asked to call the FBI's Phoenix field office at 623-466-1999. You may also contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate, and that FBI field office is going to be Phoenix. Hold on one second. Let me get this door closed because I'm sure it's loud with the kids' TV going and they're going. So hold on. All right, right back at it. Okay, so again, this is Rosalie and Romero, also known as Rosie Romero, Parker, Arizona, August 19th, 2020. Alrighty. We have now passed the halfway mark, y'all. Victor G. Jones. Victor G. Jones. Let's get this poster open. Hopefully, they have a couple more pictures of him on here. I like it best when they have more than one picture. All right, let's see. Homicide victim, Laguna Pueblo, New Mexico, August 12th, 2021. Wait a minute. Is that the same day as the other? I'm going to have to go back and look at something. Um, Hold on a second. All right. He was a homicide victim, Laguna Pueblo, New Mexico, August 12th, 2021. That date sounds like the same date as another one. I'm going to go back and check it out and see. Let's see. No one is safe anymore. I have a baseball in my Jeep and working on my license to carry. I'm tired of bullies. Oh, yeah, I know what you meant. Baseball bat. Um, so here he is. Looks like he's got a mole right here or a freckle and another up here just above his left eye, right, like in the corner of that eyebrow there. Okay. He is also known as Hugger. His birth date is November 13th, 1978. Black hair, brown eyes, 5'7", $130, £130, $130. Lord, what's wrong with my brain today? Maybe something, I don't know. 130 pounds, a male Native American. The Federal Bureau of Investigations in New Mexico is asking for the public's assistance in identifying the person or persons responsible for the homicide of Victor G. Jones. On August 12th, 2021, Jones was found deceased in the driveway of a residence in Laguna, New Mexico. The preliminary cause of death was a stab wound to his chest. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. The field office will be the Albuquerque field office. Victor G. Jones, homicide victim in Laguna, Pueblo, Mexico, August 12th, 2021. Now let me go back because that date and the fact that it was stab wounds, which one was it? I think it was him. Let me look and see. Y'all know I always be looking for something. I don't know if I'm actually seeing real connections or uh, okay, no, it wasn't 2014. Okay. Just the same city. Okay, kidnappings and missing persons. Mary Johnson Davis. Let's get a poster up. Here we have Mary Johnson Davis, November 25th, 2020, Tulalip Reservation, Washington State. So this is her. She is also known as Mary E. Davis and Mary E. Johnson. Her date of birth is August 31st, 1981. Born in Washington State. She has black hair, brown eyes, 5'6", 115 pounds. She's a female Native American Alaskan Native. Her nationality is American, and the scars and marks that are noticeable on her is that Mary has a sunburst type tattoo on her upper right arm. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the person or persons responsible for the disappearance of Mary Johnson Davis. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's Seattle field office and the Tulalip Tribal Police are investigating the disappearance of Mary Johnson Davis, last seen November 25th, 2020, walking east on Fire Trail Road on the Tulalip Reservation in Washington State. Mary was traveling to a friend's house and never arrived. She was reported missing December 9th, 2020. If you have any information concerning the location of this individual, please call the FBI Seattle Field Office at 206-622-0460. You may also contact your local FBI field office, your local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate, or you can submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. And Seattle is going to be the field office on this one. Mary Johnson Davis. All right. Michael Barney Sr. Homicide victim, Sundance, New Mexico, June 7th, 2021. So this is Michael Barney Sr. Take a good look at him in case you recognize him or remember seeing him, being around him, hanging out in the same places. His date of birth is July 10th, 1970. Black hair, brown eyes, 5'5", 230 pounds. Native American male. The Federal Bureau of Investigations Albuquerque field office is asking for the public's assistance in identifying the person or persons responsible for the homicide of Michael Barney Sr. On June 7th, 2021, Barney was found deceased outside his residence located on Roadrunner Drive in Sundance, New Mexico, on the Navajo Nation. The cause of death is pending, but is considered suspicious. This is all. You can also leave anonymous tips on this one at FBI tips.fbi.gov. The field office is going to be the Albuquerque field office. Michael Barney Sr. Okay. This one might not have a picture. Yeah, this one doesn't have a picture. Royce Perry Sr., homicide victim, Fort Washakie, Wyoming, Wind River Indian Reservation, July 26th, 2017. Hold on. Bubby is screaming for me. Hey, my baby. You okay? Are you all right? Mm. You want what? You want to get in the tub? You'll take a bath later. You can take a bath later. Okay. So Royce Perry Sr. Date of birth is November 11th, 1973. Place of birth is Lander, Wyoming. Black hair, brown eyes, 5'8", Native American male, enrolled member of the Eastern Shoshone tribe. The FBI is offering a reward up to $5,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the individual or individuals responsible for the murder of Royce Perry Sr. The FBI's Denver field office is seeking the public's assistance in identifying the unknown individuals responsible for the murder of Royce Perry Sr. on July 26, 2017. Perry's body was found in a home on South Fork Road in Fort Washakie, Wyoming. It is believed there were multiple witnesses to the events that transpired, culminating in Perry's death. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office, or the nearest American embassy or consulate. The field office is Denver. They said there is believed that there were multiple witnesses of the events leading up to his death. So if you are one of these people, then I I beg of you to please, if nothing else, leave an anonymous tip at tips.fbi.gov, because this is a person. I mean, this person has a family, has friends, had people who love them and miss them, um, and who deserve to know what happened, you know, to lead up to them losing their loved ones. So if you have any information regarding Royce Perry Sr. or his death, please contact the FBI. Please contact um, your local American embassy or consulate if you're out of the country. Leave an anonymous tip at tips.fbi.gov. Please help bring justice for him and closure for his family. Okay. Here's another one with no picture. This is an assault. Oh, wow. There are a whole bunch of these. I thought that was the end of the page. So, what we're going to do is, I've been on here about 45 minutes. So, we are going to do this last row, and then I'm going to step off, and I might come back um, later in the evening. Mojo says, I really hope the FBI are seriously looking for our citizens and not just filing their pics away. I know, right? Because we see so many times where they just kind of they take a report reluctantly and then they really don't do anything on the case. I really hope that they are actively seeking resolution to the cases that we're looking at now and not just putting these pictures up for show. We know that government agencies tend to do that. When they hear the people grumbling, they will do something to kind of band-aid it and get them to quiet down. Hey, look, don't complain so much about the missing Indigenous. We've got a whole page full of them. We're looking for them. See, we're doing something. And really, they're doing nothing at all. So I hope and pray that that is not the case and that they are really trying to get justice and closure for these victims and for their families. Okay. Assault and vehicle robbery in Indian country. This. Oh no, I don't want to download it. I just want to look at it. Oh, it's not going to let me just look at it. Well, okay. Let's see if we can zoom in and get it. All right. This is an example photo. Assault and vehicle robbery in Indian country. They actually are. I don't know how much, like what percentage of native I am, or even really what nation. But my father's mother is half native, but I really don't know what like nation or anything. I might have to call her and ask her one day, see what she says. I just never even thought about it. Okay. Example photograph of the victim's vehicle. And this happened in Toa, Colorado on April 29th, 2021. That's a Chevy. Is that a Chevy logo? Looks like a Chevy logo. Okay. An enrolled member of the Navajo Nation was assaulted and his vehicle was stolen on the night of. Hold on a second. Bubby will be back in a little bit. Anyway, an enrolled member of the Navajo Nation was assaulted and his vehicle was stolen on the night of April 29th, 2021, near the entrance gate of Weminuche Construction Authority. The gravel pit operated by the Ute Mountain Ute. The assault resulted in numerous injuries to the victim's face and head that required stitches and caused a concussion and brain bleed. Oh my goodness. His cell phone and wallet were in the truck, and his work tools were in the truck bed at the time of the assault and robbery. The stolen vehicle is described as a 2015 Chevy Colorado two-wheel drive crew cab short bed with Arizona tag, C like Charlie, A like Alpha, F like Frank, 1572. The VIN is 1 G like girl, C like Charlie, G like girl, S like Sam, A like Alpha, E like Eric, 30 F like Frank 1176700. And the truck has a cracked windshield, black marks near the driver's side front fender, and an Aztec Strong sticker on the rear window. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact the FBI's Denver field office at 303-629-7171 or submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. You may also contact your local FBI office or the nearest American Embassy or Consulate field office, Denver. Alrighty. So it is a 2015 Chevy Colorado 4-door. Oh, it's okay, Sherry. Get you some rest. You are a hard working woman. Exactly. Thugs want something valuable, money, cars, trucks, anything they can sell. Just take the stuff and stop killing our citizens. Ain't that right? But this guy is this person was not dead. They were just very badly beaten, which is still horrible. But at least they didn't kill him to take what they wanted. Hey, Bubbas, you just hanging out? You okay? Okay. All right. But it's sad, man. Like they should just you you don't have to hurt people to get what you want, you know? All right. Three more to go. This is David Russell Jr. Oh, I need some water. I am so dry. Hush, baby. David Russell Jr., homicide victim, Nana Nezet, New Mexico. I'm not going to try to pronounce that again. January 5th, 2020. Let's get a good look at him. And you can tell he got some tattooing over here on his left shoulder area and left chest area. Hey, B Tim. Hold on, Bubby. Here I come. Hold on, guys. All right, I'm gonna make this one the last one. Bubby needs Gigi's full attention. She's so jealous. All right. The FBI is offering a reward. Hold on, Bubby. Is offering a reward up to 5,000. Yes. What, baby? Come get you a kiss. Up to $5,000 for information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the individual or individuals responsible for the death of David Russell Jr. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's Albuquerque Field Office, Farmington Resident Agency in New Mexico, is asking for the public's assistance in identifying the person or persons responsible for the homicide of David Russell Jr. On January 5th, 2020, Russell Jr. was found deceased in his residence south of the chapter house of the place I can't pronounce in New Mexico on the Navajo Nation. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to his head. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American Embassy or Consulate field office, Albuquerque. Grandma Sherry said, "Hi, Bubby. You want to say hey? Come here. Come here, Bub. Again, this is David Russell Jr. Let me zoom in a little bit. And again, don't forget, you can see that tattooing over there on the left shoulder and left chest area. Here, you want to say hey? Come on. Hey. Say hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. I love y'all. I love y'all. Say, I gotta take my Gigi. I gotta take my Gigi. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be the last one, and I'm going to get out of here. Now, I just noticed, and I don't know if you guys can see this too, does it kind of look like the left side of his face droops a little? Like maybe he had a stroke or something? See how this side of his mouth kind of comes down further than this side, and then like his nose? I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just... Alrighty. And that is my cue. Guys, thank you for joining me, and I will see y'all next time. Bubby is having a GG meltdown. Bye.